how are you? I'm back. So good to be here. Okay, so let me tell you what's been happening. I did a lot of research over the past week and a half to 2 weeks and a ton of soul searching on the direction I want to take the channel. So you will be noticing a few changes, and I thought I would refer to my notes here so I don't miss anything important. The first is the addition of chapters. So you can take a look at that right now. And what that means is I am creating timestamps that are in the description box. And when you put them there, it automatically creates the chapters on the play bar. So you can hover over it with your mouse or your finger on your cell, I think, and see the chapter breaks. The chapters are as follows. There is an introduction and announcement section. That's kind of what we're doing right now. There is an oracle section and there is a tarot section. So for example, if you're new to the channel, welcome. You may just be here to see what I've got to offer, and you may want to just jump straight to the tarot. Now you can do that. But if you are a subscriber or a longtime follower, you may choose to watch the intro to be sure you don't miss any important announcements and to kind of hear the astrology piece that I usually reference. And then maybe you want to skip ahead to the tarot and do the oracle last. You know, this is like a choose your own adventure. I'm going to try it out and see if it yields any improvements, and we'll take it as it goes. The second thing you're going to notice is an intentional focus on divine feminine energy. In other words, the readings will be offered from the perspective of the divine feminine. And the reason why I'm choosing to do that is, number one, it's about 90% of my viewing audience here on the channel is divine feminine energy coming through. It's in alignment with the viewing audience. It will eliminate a great deal of confusion. It is also my personal experience, so I can bring more to the readings if I just sort of narrow the focus there a little bit. That does not mean if you're a divine masculine that your energy will not be in the readings. Of course, it's impossible for you not to be there. These are twin flame soulmate readings. So, but it will greatly reduce the confusion for those of you who, especially for those of you who are newer to tarot. You will also see some additional readings that are specific for the Divine Feminine Collective. Those will be revolving around questions that come up repeatedly in the comments. And so that will be like a deep dive, and it'll be topical for the collective. So keep asking those questions in the comments. Finally, you will notice a less is more approach. I found that toward the end of the second year, you know, there's this keeping up with the Joneses thing here on YouTube, and it gets highly competitive, and we're all watching each other's videos as well and keeping up with each other's channels. And so what I did was I kind of pulled myself back and I looked at it all and I realized, oh my gosh, if any one of these people with hundreds of thousands of followers, subscribers, I should say, stops, it's gone. It's just gone. Because everything is such immediately consumable when it comes to tarot, or it is so immediately consumable. So I'm trying to create more timeless readings that go into more depth and detail. So what you'll notice is one cycle through the zodiac instead of two, but more in-depth readings and extended so you can really dive deep. That's what you'll notice right up front. There may be more shifts and changes on the horizon, but we'll start there. So that is the intro. Those are the announcements, Aries. So glad to be back. And now we're going to skip ahead to the oracle portion of the program. Ready? So now that we're to the oracle, I have chosen to pre-select cards. I have gone through the decks. I have shuffled them. You've watched me do readings, so you know that I'm pretty authentic here. There's no sleight of hand, but I wanted to kind of pre-select the cards. I'm using the enchanted map for you, Aries, Spirit Animal Oracle, Sacred Destiny Oracle. The first card you got was card 37, Cleaning House in reverse from the enchanted map. So this card, if you can see it, I've got it in reverse, is about letting go and letting the universe bring you something better. So what does that mean? It means that sometimes we have to create space because the universe doesn't like a vacuum. So when you create space, whether it's in your mind or your heart or your home, the universe doesn't like a vacuum, will bring something to you to fill that, something better. So that's what's being said here in the protection position with cleaning house, is there's something you need to let go of. It could be from the past, it could be patterns, it could be literal stuff. So you got that card first. The second card from the Spirit Animal Oracle was card 44. So this is significant. By the way, this is card 37. 3 and 7 is 10, meaning it's done. Whatever is done is done. You've got to let it go. And then that 0 drops off and you're back to like an ace, to a new beginning. So that's why this is important. Card 44 is about structure. If you start seeing 44, 444, 44, 44, if you're seeing 4s everywhere, there's a message coming through to you about the need for structure, creating foundations, getting back to basics, kind of looking where the cracks are so you can shore it up. You get Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Look at the intensity in the eyes there. And it's basically trying to tell you here, Aries, you're braver than you think. It's just taking that first courageous step forward, that one act, that one simple act, and it could just be right here in the letting go, right? That could be the courage that, you know, that one courageous act you need to take, and then you'll reclaim your power. So that's what 44 is telling you in the Panther Spirit. And the last card from Sacred Destiny Oracle, you got another power card. So look at the intensity of the storm. This is just a perfect progression here. And what this says to you is this is your time. So this is the reclaiming your power, and then you get the power card. This is your time. You might be afraid and unsure of yourself, but do it anyway. Be courageous. So there's a message coming through. I don't know what aspect of your life it may be about. You know right now. You're sitting there going, oh yeah, like I'm sitting in a house full of crap. I've got to reclaim my power, get control over my kids, whatever, right? Whatever it speaks to you. If you've got, another mess in some other area of your life, this is talking about clean up your mess, and that will help you reclaim your power. So we'll see what comes through in your reading, but I feel like there's a message there for someone that really needs to hear that. And it all starts with that courageous first act, which may just be letting go. Letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what's taking up space because it's become familiar, and you're not sure what would be on the other side if you let that thing go. It could be a relationship, it could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a job. You get it. All right, so now let's take a look at what's going on with you, Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You can also include your North Node here if you are working with your Twin Flame mission. North Node is an important power placement so for the Twin Flame community. So I kind of feel like it's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, Aries. This is for you. Six of Swords. Moving on. Moving past the troubled waters. Letting go, right? Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have put these away. Letting go. Cleaning house. Moving towards something calmer. Yeah, it's about, as an anchor card, it's good. It's good because it's telling you that if you let go, things will improve. So I really like that. Knight of Swords. So that's reclaiming power to a certain degree. It makes sense because it's as if to say, yeah, clean up on aisle 5. I need to get out ahead of a situation. I need to speak truth to power to support me as I move on. This is what's crossing you with the Six of Swords, is first things first, clear the air. What's below? Four of Swords, healing. So the card below here, it's to me, it represents what comes from the bottom of the deck normally. So it's what's hovering around in your psyche. It's residual unconscious energy that's sort of being processed maybe through your sleep or dream states. So it's saying it's time to kind of cocoon and spend a little, focus a little on healing. There may be some residual healing taking place that you're unaware of at this time. In the past, Two of Swords. Look at all the swords energy coming through for you. All swords cards right now. So this is sort of telling me that your mind's been racing. You've been in your head a lot. But the Two of Swords is the, like, look at her. She can't see. And these birds represent, you know, the thoughts, and you can see the string there that's kind of being woven around her eyes. And it's almost as if to say the clarity is within. And so you need to kind of shut things down for a little bit. This is a little bit from the past around a decision that you're trying to make. So I feel as if you've done a little of that work already. It's in the past position. Wow, your strength card here, Aries, is Hermit. So in the above position, it's your strength. It's what's serving you best right now. It's supporting you in your goals, your desired outcome. Hermit could also be about a Virgo. You could have Virgo prominently in your chart. So it's about that solitary moment where you really take stock. It's about introspection, self-awareness, that solitary journey that no one can help us on. I almost feel like you began it here with the Two of Swords in the past. So it's a continuation of that, but it's, if you notice, this figure is sort of hovering, right? Almost in meditative, they're levitating, and you see the light behind them. It's a really beautiful energy. It's getting connected to your higher self. It's allowing you to see yourself in terms of the situation it's almost like pulling yourself out of the situation and then looking in. That's exactly what I see this in the image of this card. So yeah, taking some time, that hermit energy, that not getting in the fray, pulling yourself out, is serving you going forward. Page of Pentacles, learning something new, kind of starting from ground zero. And you know what I like about that is it goes exactly in order here. You may need to take that one courageous act. I kind of feel like that one courageous act is right here in the Knight of Swords. And then it will sort of move you to the moving beyond all the drama and getting you back in your power where you can kind of start fresh. So the Page of Pentacles coming through for you. Now we've got advice here. Yeah, now I see why people always do it this way. I've been noticing some people doing it that way. So you can put it all on your table. Oh my gosh. So your advice comes in as Three of Wands. If you want something, if you're trying to manifest something, you've got to make it happen. Three of Wands is the make it happen card. It is a card of manifestation. That's your advice. Here's the external influences. What's going on around, the energy surrounding you here is the Star. You've got support from the cosmos, from the universe. You are protected. Even in your vulnerability, you are protected. So I love that energy. Aquarian energy, FYI. Your hopes and or fears, Seven of Wands. Is this right for me? Am I going to have to defend myself? If I step into my power, am I going to have, like, you know, angry people coming at me and challenging me? So there's, you know, hesitation, resistance, maybe a little defensiveness is creeping up. Hopes and fears could be that you're concerned about the other person being defensive, especially if you speak truth to power to this person. And you may have a fear that they're going to, you know, talk to the hand and be very defensive and resistant. And then the potential outcome here is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups in this particular storyline, the way it's coming through, Aries, is, you know, find comfort in friends. There may be some social opportunities that will help you push through all this. It's throwing me a little off here because of the Hermit being your strength card towards the outcome. So I'm going to have to really get into the weeds with the Three of Cups for you. But that's the reading so far. I love how it aligned with the Oracle. In case you missed the Oracle, go back and check it out. You got a little bit of a sneak peek there. All right, so let me pull this out for you. Let's clarify the Six of Swords, please. This whole reading is about you getting to the other side of whatever it is you're struggling with. Right, okay, Four of Swords. My eyes just did a double take. I'm like, didn't I already see the Four of Swords? Yeah, I did. It's right here. So this is about healing, doing a lot of reflecting. This is a very reflective point of time, moving away from what no longer serves you. That's perfect for you, Aries, yes, but be, you know, everything in moderation here. The Temperance card, Sagittarian energy from the bottom of the deck, is telling you that, you know, you've got to really reflect first. You will be able to move away and continue on your path, move forward on your path, leaving behind what, you know, the clutter, right? The clean house clutter. And all of that will come in time. So be mindful of it. Understand that, you know, it's a balancing act. There's a little bit of alchemy here in this Temperance card. And it's telling you to keep your impulses in check, right? Self-restraint, self-control, moderation, and patience. Temperance is telling you, yep, it'll happen in time. Everything's going to come into flow. Don't push it. First things first. Healing first. That's already in your psyche here, so I'm glad to see that. Knight of Swords crossing you here. Hanged Man. Wait, right? Flag on the play. Five of Swords. Whoo! And the Devil. Hello, Aries. I'm awake now if I wasn't before. Yeah, this has been a very troubling situation. Five of Swords with the Devil underneath. This is letting me know that on some level, this has been a real karmic situation with lots of manipulation, sabotage, head games, gaslighting, all of it. That's what you want to speak to. But the Hanged Man is saying, whoa, 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 not so fast. Pull back and wait for the enlightenment around this situation. And I feel like this is almost as if the Hanged Man and Temperance are working together, hand in hand. And interesting, because we've got that beautiful connection with the, look at the sort of the illuminated crown and the nimbus around his head. There's a connection to the divine, and waiting for the enlightenment and the patience required to do that before you go jumping out and that bike gets away from you, horse, whatever, and something has slipped out. Got it? So I feel as if you're being told, you know, everything in due time, because this was a nasty situation. It does have to be rectified, no doubt about it, but the way in which you go about it has to be very thought out. And it's almost as if I'm feeling you're being guided to get out of Dodge first. Six of Swords, get out of it first. Get out of it first. You can deal with speaking truth to power when the time is right. But I feel like you're being told to get to safety. For some of you, that will be a thing, a literal thing. For others of you, it is that clean house, get rid of what isn't serving you anymore. Create the space. Universe will fill the void with something better. And once you're in that something better energy, I feel like that will be the time for you to, I almost feel like the message for you, Aries, is you don't need to speak truth to power right now. You just need to know that that's part of the plan. That's part of the plan. Your safety comes first. Yep, Four of Swords, Nine of Swords, Four of Cups. I feel like you're King of Pentacles. So we finally have King of Pentacles, can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I think it's just coming in here more as a reference to the divine masculine that you've been dealing with, or a karmic if you've been dealing with a karmic energy. We've got, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Pisces, and now the earth signs, and we also have Aquarius over here. But what I'm feeling coming through is, it's difficult to heal if your mind is revolving at 1,000,000 miles a minute about this rejection. There's a perceived rejection here. I feel as if this person, whoever this King of Pentacles is, has kept you at arm's length, possibly been difficult to deal with. So you don't really trust. You don't really trust them. It doesn't mean that they're. It doesn't mean that they are the problem. It means that the dynamic between you isn't working, and therefore there's a lack of trust. Sorry, I've got I just flicked my hair and it all went in my face. So take the time to heal, because you've got to calm your mind. That's why the Six of Swords is here. It's letting you know there's an escape hatch. That's the most important thing. Work on the healing, yes, but you've got to get away from whatever it is that is causing you so much stress and anxiety, and even some measure of worry here. I know in the past, Two of Swords, we're looking at some decision that you took time out, to kind of find the meaning and the purpose first. Like, what am I dealing with here? What's the meaning of what I'm going through? What's the purpose of it? What's the decision that I'm being faced with? And how am I going to proceed? So I feel like you've done that work. King of Wands. Now, two kings in the picture. I almost feel like the King of Wands is now representing the unavailable lover to me. I feel like, there's regret and sadness around it, a sense of loss. This is the person that you were really attracted to. I don't think I'm seeing two different people here. I think it's the same person. So even though we've got two different kings, they're showing up differently. In this case, it's someone that you thought you could count on to have your back, and they didn't have your back. Oh, that just hurts so bad. Okay, and in this case, in the past, right, a decision that you had to make around this energy, this person that you have so much chemistry and passion with, that you adore, that, when they walk into the room, it just lights you up and they light it up. And there's some perception that you had of grief and loss and sadness, and maybe even some regret about the situation. Seven of Pentacles underneath. I feel it went on for quite a while. I feel like you gave it a lot of time, were very patient around it, really hoping that the seeds you had planted would grow organically, but because it's coming from underneath, that's where the disappointment is coming from. I gave it a chance. I thought it would evolve. It isn't, or it hasn't, because this is past tense. It hasn't. And so now I'm seeing you in your strength in the Hermit energy. Virgo coming in. We have Aries, Leo, Sag in the King of Wands, by the way. World. Endings and new beginnings. Clean house. King of Cups. So that you can bring in the one who loves you. It'll come slow. So this is about being very intentional. Not rushing this at all. This Hermit energy that's serving you so well. Ooh, I really like it. I almost feel as if I want to take the Hermit and I want to take the Page of Pentacles and tell you here that part of what you're learning is that you don't know all that you need to know. You don't know all that you need to know, and that's okay. So it's okay to go back to basics, which is what I was telling you coming through in the Panther Spirit 44. Structure, foundation, and this is a Pentacles card. Structure, foundation, very grounded, very 3D. So I almost feel like there's wisdom and enlightenment coming through, some self-awareness that it's time to start fresh. So I love that for you here, Aries, and I feel as if I'm getting confirmation with the world, lessons learned, cycles being closed out so that new beginnings can appear. It's completion in a way that's saying you made it through. It's okay to close that chapter, which is what you were getting with Clean House. King of Cups, it could open the path, clear space for the one who loves you to come through, or for this person you've been dealing with who hasn't given you the time of day to recognize what they're missing out on and to come forward. So you can see that either way. We do have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and the King of Cups. Whatever it's about here for you, Aries, Knight of Pentacles is telling you be methodical, be intentional, cross every T, dot every I. This is you are playing the long game in this situation. Long game in the Knight of Pentacles, long game in the Hangman, long game in Temperance. I know y'all don't like to hear it because we all want things like in the moment, but I feel like you're moving to something greater. You're moving to something greater, and that will unfold in time. First things first. Okay. Woo, Page of Pentacles going forward. I've got a card that wants to jump, and I don't know where it is. I can feel it. Oh, well, you had your chance. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, yes, death, a new way of being in the world. Something had to give, something had to change. This is telling me that you're moving toward using beginner's mind as you move through a new phase of transformation. That is Scorpio energy there in the Death card. Four of Pentacles. Oof. I almost feel as if well, hold on a second. Queen of Pentacles. See, King and Queen of Pentacles. There is a couple coming through here. I almost feel like it's telling you hold back a bit. You know, don't give it all up. Don't give it all away. Don't give it all up. Don't give it all away. Keep putting yourself first here, Aries. The Queen of Pentacles takes care of herself. It's a nod towards self-care. So I do feel with the Four of Pentacles, it is some guarded energy. That may be part of your transformation process. It feels very connected to the Hermit. Don't keep those walls up too long, though. Just keep them up long enough so that you are on solid, stable ground. You'll know when you get there, because that's when you'll come down off this Hanged Man energy and you'll move toward whatever this Five of Swords devil thing is, because that is ultimately where you're headed. All right, so let's go on to the advice for you from Spirit, the universe, your higher self. Three of Wands. Yep. See, I've been telling you, I got two cards here. Boom. That's what you're manifesting. Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups. You want it, go get it. Call it in, make it happen. But you've got to begin with the healing here first. You got to get out of danger, get out of bullshit, and you've got to really focus on your healing, your self-awareness, your introspection, and then stepping into beginner's mind and keeping your guard up. Keeping your guard up. This will be a whole new experience and a new way of being, Aries. So tread carefully, yes, but then make it happen. What's coming to you? Ships coming in, Three of Wands. Is this Knight of Cups, 10 of Cups energy? There you are. Seriously, I have spirit chills. There you are. Divine Feminine. Boom. Oh my gosh. That just gave me chills. Okay. Energy surrounding you is the Star. This is your hopes. This is your trust that the universe has your back. This is the universe confirming that for you. The beautiful energy of the Star is more healing. I feel it's guided healing. If you notice in this card, she's got like a balloon string around that beautiful star. She's kind of tethered to it. It's guiding her home. Think about that. King of Swords, Lovers, and the Moon. Ooh. All right, so I'm feeling what's coming through here is more choice. This is you coming home to you. The Lovers card is a card of choice. Gemini here, more Pisces in this Moon energy. Beautiful message here. King of Swords can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for those of you that may be important to. But I almost feel like it's telling you, to kind of be dispassionate, like detached. The King of Swords is not coming through to me as a person. It's coming through as an energy around this energy that surrounds you of healing. It's almost guiding you towards be strategic about who you let into your sphere. That's why it's Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in the future, because, you know, you're coming home to self. You're merging your own inner divine feminine and divine masculine right now. That's part of your healing process. There's so much you may not know that's going on around you. I do feel that, you know, part of it may be a little unnerving, and that's why the King of Swords may be coming in as a reference to kind of be detached. Don't get too deep in the woods of your emotions around this. You've got two Aquarian references here with the Star and the King of Swords. We are between two Aquarius full moons. So that's part of it. But if you're dealing with a King of Swords in your own life. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarian, as I said. Could be somebody who's just cool and aloof. Could be the same person I've been identifying here. The unavailable lover, the person that you wanted to have your back who didn't. Got it? Could be whoever it is you need to speak truth to power. The Knight speaks truth to power to the King of Swords. So if that's your person, then the energy surrounding you is the choice you need to make around that connection. You are protected. Don't let your fears get the better of you. Hopes and fears, Seven of Wands. So let's see what the Seven of Wands has to say. Oh. All right. I'm seeing it a little differently. It's almost coming through as a hope. Who knew? Because it's clarified by justice and the Four of Wands. So there's fairness entering the picture here. This is you, right, in your power. Where was it that I said you were reclaiming it? Maybe I said it in the Hermit, reclaiming your power. I think I said it over there. But this is you in your power. Seven of Wands says, wait a minute, this is the line in the sand. I want the fairness. I want the balance. This is about making good decisions, knowing when to say no. It's about boundaries, integrating everything you've learned about your twin flame dynamic while still coming from high vibration love. So the love here is palpable. I feel it. It's underneath. It's not going to go away. I just feel it like you're shifting in your energetic makeup, almost as if, you know, you've got to shake off whatever it was that gave this person you're dealing with the room to think that they could play games with you. Now, I'm not putting that blame on you. I would never in a million years do that. What I'm saying is it's a mindset shift from always being worried about why they're like not interested or why they're rejecting you to, wait a minute, here are my boundaries. I'm coming forward to stand in my power for what my line in the sand is. I will be dealt with fairly. No more of this Five of Swords crap. And yeah, I recognize the dynamic, and there's a lot of love here. This is a very intuitive queen, by the way, Queen of Cups. So you'll be counting on your intuition in those moments where you get a little nervous or fearful. But I kind of feel as if this star energy is supporting you in a way that helps you find better boundaries. That's part of what you're learning here with the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles as well. And then we're closing it out over here with the Three of Cups. Should have started everything further over. Three of Cups, potential outcome. Should have seen that coming. Yeah. You're going to be, I'm seeing this Ace of Wands as the final result of everything you've gone through and are going to push through. It's almost like your new beginning, your new inspiration. Your energy of, oh, I get it all now and I'm ready to grab this torch and run forward with it. Because your potential outcome here is Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. You know, been there, got the t-shirt. And what I feel is coming through here, Aries, is the minute you see it again, you're going to sniff it out for what it truly is. The minute you see that, should it come through, potential outcome, doesn't mean it's going to happen, means it could happen. Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords, deceit, betrayal, third-party energy, that Seven of Swords in the Devil, that repeating pattern of being sabotaged, set up, gaslighted, manipulated. If it shows up again, it will take you 2 seconds to pull back into your Two of Swords mode and go, wait a minute, what am I not seeing here? And then going, oh, now I know the action I need to take. Really powerful. If this is speaking to you, Aries, the extendeds are all about your masculines. So we're going to go through the masculines. We're going to look at what they're dealing with, what's going on with them, how they're seeing the situation, how they feel about you, advice for you in dealing with that. So that's what we're going to explore. The link to the extended is below if you want to follow me there and keep moving forward in this reading. I look forward to seeing you. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you in a future reading. Bye.